love Wisconsin, but Marquette's not my team. The Wisconsin Badgers are, and they break my heart every single year. Also, they should have beat Duke in the national championships. Welcome back to the 2024 Brain vs. Taste Buds Challenge. This is the second of two videos of the Sweet 16. If you want all the synopsis of how this even works or why I'm doing it, you know, my taste buds going against my brain to see who picks the better picks from the Sweet 16 to the national champion, you can get all that stuff in the first video. Go ahead, watch it, see who's made it so far from my taste buds. And it's a good time. And this time, we're going to start with the South region. We got number 11 NC State taking on number 2 Marquette. This is a crazy matchup. I actually had this exact matchup in one bracket. I hilariously picked Oakland in that same bracket. So I had NC State beating Oakland to make it this far. So what do you know? It's a good time for my brain, but my taste buds are like, time for me to take over. So let's see what number 11 NC State tastes like. Okay, so NC State already bringing it with something. It's a stout, portery, chocolatey action. We've had a beer like this in the first video. And the first matchups. Ooh, this one's a little different. It might not even be a stout. It's a darker beer, and it's got flavors that emulate a porter or stout, but it might not be either. I've been tricked, as I've said before, with the blind taste test, but it certainly has, it's not thick like a stout would be, but again, that doesn't mean it's not a stout. It's not smoky or anything. It certainly has a biscuity kind of a flavor, so it's got some malt coming through. But it's got chocolate too. So it's pretty damn good. I'm giving this a 7. My taste buds right away. NC State, you're getting a 7. You've done well so far. You're the only double-digit seed left. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. That's what my taste buds are saying. However, Marquette might have something to say about that. What does Marquette taste like? Of course, Marquette's is a place out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I love Wisconsin, but Marquette's not my team. The Wisconsin Badgers are, and they break my heart every single year. Also, they should have beat Duke in the national championship. Some nonsense went on there. You guys could be all mad at me if you're Duke fans, but get out of here. All kinds of bad calls by the refs. Frank Kaminsky, Sam, that team was definitely the best team all year. I don't care what anyone says. They're the true number 1 that year. But let's see what Marquette tastes like. You know, Marquette obviously has done well in the past, so we'll see if they do well here. This is a great matchup in that we have a beer that kind of, in my brain, in my taste buds, I should say, tastes like it could be a stout or a porter, so it's got like a chocolatey type of malt flavor. This one certainly has, it tastes very smooth and like a regular beer. It almost has a shandy flavor going on, so there's some sort of lemon happening, but it's not a shandy. This isn't like beer mixed with lemonade, like a Line and Cool or something. This is literally a beer with a little bit of lemon in it, which reminds me of things like Hacker Shore, or like a good German beer. You put a little lemon slice in it, like a good wheat beer. Wheat. I have to say, it's very refreshing, man. This is good. Marquette's like, hold on there, taste buds. This has to get the sip tiebreaker right away. Right away. We're gonna do the sip off. One sip, and then one sip, and then I'll shout out the answer based on what my taste buds are telling me. We'll see. Let's go right into this. Hilariously, these beers complement each other somehow. I guess I've had like lemon on chocolate. Like I've had bars that have like some lemon in it, but I don't know. It's interesting. There's also a beer flavor in this besides lemon, which I like. Number 2 Marquette is moving on! Okay, moving on in the South bracket, we got number 4 Duke taking on number 1 Houston. Of course, in the first video, no spoilers if you haven't seen it, although you should see it before this one. There was a lot of upsets. My taste buds love the upsets. So far here, we've gone with the one pick has been on the, correct seeding, but we'll see if that continues. Of course, as a Wisconsin fan, I hate Duke. I hate Duke with a passion. I don't care what you say. Forget Duke. No matter what, I hope Duke loses. But my taste buds don't care what my brain thinks. My taste buds might say Duke goes all the way. We'll have to see. So let's check it out. What does Duke even taste like besides, potential cigarettes from North Carolina or potential children's tears from like everybody that they've wronged in their lifetimes? Of course, Duke is bringing it, which they tend to do. I mean, even I have to admit that. They tend to have some games that you're just like, wow, especially when they had Coach K. But I have to say that this beer is interesting. My taste buds are like, what? This reminds me a lot of one of our previous champions in the taste tests. There's something weird going on here. Some sort of a fruit flavor that is just piquing my interest. It's like, but it still has a beer flavor. What is that? Like, I don't even know. There's like a sourness to this. Man. I don't even know if sour is the way to explain it. It's like a I don't even know. This one's hard to explain, taste buds wise. I just know it's piquing my interest. Biscuity and bready, but it's also got some sort of like a wit. It's like a wit. Is this a wit beer? Wow. Didn't expect that. It's like a Belgian wit type style going on here. That is very, very good. 8. Duke is getting an 8. And my brain hates my taste buds even more. Let's see what's Houston doing? God. This side of the bracket's bringing it already. We got this crazy beer, and then we got this, which is clearly some sort of a sour with some fruitiness happening. Very good matchup. Very good matchup. Again, Houston, we don't have a problem. This is a good beer. We might be going to a second sip off right away here, because this thing is nuts. Man. This beer right here. Oh man, the sour is like perfect. It's like Warhead sour. Remember Warheads? Does anyone even know what Warheads are anymore? When I was a kid in the 90s, we used to go to the store next to our elementary school, and we'd like get Warheads from the neighborhood store that was around since like the 1960s. Not too sour. It's not like blue raspberry or some of those harsh Warheads from the past, but this is one of those nice medium ones where you're just like, ooh, just perfect sour, and then it's got like a little bit of a sweetness almost. And I have to say that a good story from this elementary school in the 90s, going to Tootie's, which was this corner store next to our elementary school. Our parents drop us off at like 7:20 a.m. because they got to go to work. So we have 40 minutes before school starts at 8 a.m. We used to go into the store, we'd get pastries, candy, chocolate milk, like using all of our money that we had, whatever our parents gave us. And then we'd hang out in there until like 10:02 and then go to school. And the funny thing is, Tony a lot of times would chase us out of there. What are you guys doing? This was a hangout. Chase us out of there. But, there was this one time we were watching this weird movie, and it's just an odd movie. It's Perfect Strangers. Belky is in it. He's like some sort of like a ghost type or like possessed person. And like there's a scene where he gets like slapped and like we're all laughing and Tony comes in and chases us out. At this time, we had all these Warheads with us. We realized we didn't pay for them because he chased us out of there. Like, we didn't have a chance to pay for them. And we're like, oh man, like, we didn't mean to steal these. And I remember we went back in there and he chased us out again. And it was like, okay, I guess we're keeping these Warheads because he won't let us pay for them. We literally weren't trying to steal it from him because we go to this place all the time. Like, you don't do stuff like that. We're in a place you like and you go to. So it's just like, oh man, so that's what this tastes like. But that's from my brain. My taste buds don't care about memory lane. My taste buds could care less about my memories. My taste buds just like to know what this tastes like. They're both 7s. We're going to a sip off. Standards, moving on! Get out of here, Duke, you got nothing! Alright, moving on to the Midwest bracket. We got number 3 Creighton taking on number 2 Tennessee. My brain's picks down below. And of course, Creighton. I love that it's Creighton. Every time I hear Creighton, I think of Red Dwarf and Creighton. So that's pretty cool. If anyone has watched BBC's Red Dwarf, you should go back and watch it if you haven't. If you've watched it, you know what I'm talking about. I want some like polymorph type action here. Like I wanted to just literally remove all of my emotions and personality. That's how much I want this beer to taste good. Let's check it out. What does Creighton taste like? Well, it doesn't taste like Pompadums or curry, so there's that. What is that? It's very standard. It's got some breadiness and some maltiness. It's very solid, whatever it is. I'm going to say a 6. My taste buds give this one a 6. There's not much else to say. It's very standard in terms of what it is. Like I said, a little maltiness, maybe ambery type situation happening here, but it's not. My taste buds weren't totally impressed, but it wasn't a bad tasting beer. So 6. We're going to move right on to what number 2 Tennessee tastes like. Oh, some more sour action. Whoa, this one's got some... What is that? It's like vanilla. Oh, man. This tastes like a cocktail. It's like a fruitiness, a sweetness, and then it's got like a sour, really sour, and then there's a little bit of vanilla. I mean, it tastes like a pastry of some sort. I don't know if you've ever had like a good lemon bar or like a cranberry bar that also just has like this like good crust, and you can kind of say it's vanilla and brown sugar and stuff. That's what this tastes like. My taste buds don't care about upsets here. They're going with number 2 Tennessee! Not even a contest. And we finish up the Sweet 16 with the final matchup out of the Midwest. We got number 5 Gonzaga taking on number 1 Purdue. My brain hates Purdue. My brain has been burned by Gonzaga before, so my brain did not have Gonzaga going this far in the majority of my brackets. Though I did have Gonzaga going, I have this exact matchup in 2 different brackets, and my brain's picks down there, and it's the same in both of them. I have to say that in terms of matchups, this is the one matchup that I think Purdue, I know we lost to a 16 seed, and we dominated the teams, and we're going, like, they haven't been tested yet, though. You got to remember that. Gonzaga's going to test them. Can they handle the test? I don't think so. I don't think they can handle the truth. You can't handle the truth that you're not that good. Forget you, Purdue, the worst team in the Big Ten. And I'm saying that as a Badgers fan, and Purdue fans, bring it on. You guys lost to a 16 seed. Get out of here. Till you win the national championship, you got nothing. Nothing to say. Nothing. Let's see what number 5 Gonzaga tastes like. Number 5 Gonzaga. Interesting. It's a very good flavor from the start. It didn't necessarily jump out at me, but it was very solid. Like, I was like, oh, I could take several sips of this. It's good. I don't know. It's got like a little bit of like a citrus happening, but it's like lemony. There's another beer that had some lemon, but this one's a little less pronounced. But you do still taste the beer, but it's very creamy. It's like a cream ale. That's very interesting. Let's see what number 1 Purdue tastes like. Is Purdue gonna tell my brain to shove it? Let's check it out. Whoa. Okay, Purdue is some sort of sour. Maybe the most sour out of any of these. This one's clearly a sour. I think there was maybe 2 others that were clearly sours. I don't think this one's a sour. I think it's a beer that has something else going on. But this one's certainly a sour. This one has like... This one has that farm sour, which I love. I do like that flavor, but... It's very, very pronounced. This is the blue raspberry warhead right there. Wow. They're both going to get 6s, and it's going to go to a sip-off. We closed the Sweet 16 on a sip-off. It makes sense, right? It makes complete sense. Complete sense. Is there a surprise? My taste buds are going with the upset! Number 5 Gonzaga's moving on! And that is the end of Sweet 16! Taste bud picks. Tomorrow we will have the Elite 8 picks, and on Friday we'll have the rest. Final Four championship. I hope you enjoyed this. Of course, this is being filmed in a certain way. I do want everybody to know that you should drink responsibly. You shouldn't just be like chugging 16 beers in 2 hours. But you guys are going to have fun as I do this taste test, right? So let's have it. See you guys next time. Salud.